One, two, one, 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 two, one, two, one, two. One, one. Hello? It's better. That's a bit weird. Hello and welcome to another TinyWhoop League event. My name is Mr. Lazylegs and hopefully we'll be with Nige FPV and we will be hosting the next league, which is I think it's the 6th round. We've got, you can see on the screen that's the pilots that's registered. So we've got another about 7 minutes before we're going to start. We can look at the leaderboard, and that is how it stands up to the first 16, which is pretty cool. And you can see them. So we got Dan Carpy who's first, way ahead with 72 points, and then Geordie FPV slowly catching up. So that will be cool when he does. Right, so that doesn't show us anything. That doesn't show us anything. So what we're going to do now is I'm just going to show you what it is all about, and this is how Mouse is flying, but it isn't just about Mouse, it's about all the other pilots as well. They all do the same. So this is Mouse. She's using a laptop, and as you can see she's just practicing the course. So she's just going around the I don't know where she's going. Oh, she's nearly start finish. And then if you look, if I can try and do it right, there you go. Now you can see her with the controls. So it's a control unit which she controls real drones with, and I think I've shown you like them before, but if not, they're like that. Yeah. Little drones with cameras on top. So it's the same controller, but you can actually see her controlling and her movement, and it's all muscle memory. So the younger you start, the better. You can see her flying around up through the split S, and there you go, and there is her time. So you can see there with her controls. Can you just show us the there we go. So that's the actual control unit that she's using. Brilliant. Okay, let's do it again so that they know that it's not fake. Don't want any fakeness. And off she goes again. And then if I just try and zoom in just a little bit, there you go, you can just see what she's doing. So her left is What's the left?
So the left.
That's your throttle.
Yeah.
And your roll. Roll.
So it makes the drone turn like that.
Okay, not roll then.
Then the other one just makes you go forward and kind of tilts your drone a bit.
Okay, so which one is the... Right, okay, so you've got the throttle, which is the one on the left, and then on the right is...
How you move forward.
Yeah, forwards or backwards. So she's going around the Sea of Tranquility now, as you can see. Going up through the final split S and through the finish. And then she's starting again, next lap, through the other split S, up the hill, around the in and out. And this is the spine. If you've bent over a desk for a long time, up through the shoelace, through the infinity tunnel, through the spaghetti junction, yeah, and then back again through the Sea of Tranquility. Final split S, there it is, and that's the next lap done, and then she's just got one more lap to do. So that is how it is all looking, and it looks easy, and I guess it is kind of easy, but we're still fiddling, Mouse is still fiddling with the settings of how the drone works, like the different camera angles, the scope of the view and things like that. So it's still learning until you get all the settings that you really like and comfortable with.
Yeah, at the moment I'm on 30 for my camera angle.
30 for our camera.
Yes.
There we go. Job done. Thank you very much, Mouse, for the demonstration. We will just quickly go back to the lead results as they are, and then we're going to come back to moi. And yeah, there we go. So we're just waiting for everyone else to turn up, and just to give you another quick look at how the drone looks. That's what they look like in real life. This is what we do in different areas. We're normally in Crossbow in Frampton Cotterell, which is in South Gloucestershire, and that's where we normally do our flying with these, but they've got cameras on top. This one hasn't, because it's one that I can take the camera off and put different cameras on, but yeah, that's what it looks like. So all good stuff. So we are now just waiting for 3 minutes for everyone to turn green. We have a few people that have turned green, and we are just waiting. In fact, that looks like there's a few more that's joined. Let's just double check. Okay, maybe not.
Easy, if I got a minute.
Yeah. You got a minute. Got a minute. Okay, so you can see in the lineup who we've got. I can't because I haven't got my glasses. There we go. Look, we've got Mr. Ben, FPV, Buster Hawk, Dan Carpy, who's currently the top of the league, GLX, Beaver Nater, Mouse, Geordie FPV, who's second in the league, Geo Irrational, Feathers, FPV, MacPad, Jaggers, Skedder, TinyWhoop, Pickapool, FPV, and Edison from the United States. So I hope he'll be able to join us. So that'll be pretty cool when everyone sets up. So what we're doing at the moment is we are just waiting for everyone to turn green, which means that they are in the pits and ready to go. Yep, we've got a Reynolds 81. Hello to you, sir. Thank you for watching. We are just waiting for the other folks to log in. What they normally do is they probably do what Mouse was just doing and do lots of practicing just before, so they've got their lines right and their curves right as they go round, because there's 2 tricky bits which will cost time for people that get it wrong. And in this sort of speeds that they go at, it counts if you get something just a little bit wrong. So we are still just waiting for everyone to turn green, and then we are good to go. What else is it? Yeah, so we are on the 6th one. This carries on now until September, and anyone can join it. It's an open league, so even though we've got the majority from the UK, it's probably to do with time zones, but you can be anywhere and register. And it's free to get the sim that you're going to watch. It's called TinyWhoop Go, and you can go to www.tinywhoop.uk. Actually at the bottom of the screen, actually, if you look. And then you just go to membership, you sign up with the email, check that you're not a robot, and then in the email you'll be able to get the information that you need and the license for the sim. So you can download it for the PC or for the Mac. So we've got one on the PC and mouse is on the Mac. Both versions work perfectly. And yeah, you can then basically just click on the events and we would be good. You're then good to go. Once you've clicked on the events, you can then register to any of them that are open, and then yeah, at the time it says click join and you're in, and then you're in the pits, which is what you're seeing now. Is pretty much the screen that all the guys and girls see when they're waiting to be called. So what we're going to have to do is just wait for everyone to turn green. And they're not at the moment. And then what I can do is just so you get an idea of what it is that we do. There we go. That's so I use a different pad just for controlling the actual league event itself. I can't get it working out right. There you go. So those who are red are not in the pits, and we just have to wait for everyone to turn green, and then that means that they are in the pits, and then we can then set it up. That then compiles and sorts out the two test. Well, it's not really test. They used to be called qualifying, but it's not really qualifying. It's just what? Seeding. It is seeding to an extent, but then it kind of randomizes through each heat anyway. But it just basically will give you an idea of who to look out for, who's going to be the quickest on this track. And who's going to be the tightest. So it gives you a good indication, especially if you're working the cameras, on who to watch and where to watch them. So it is good for that. So we are still waiting for a few, and yeah, we are still waiting for a few. I need to add email. Okay, so we're going to be joined in a moment by Nige FPV. He's one of the main organisers of the TinyWhoop UK network. So he's going to be coming and joining us on Discord and also watching. So yeah. So the people to look out for is GLX, because he was really quick on this track. This was the very first league track that we did, and GLX just beat Bolts on that one, very close. And so he's quick on this track that we know. Geordie FPV, he's also quick. So it is going to be a race. So how it works is you get a seeding or qualifying event, which is two races round, so that everyone's got a chance of going around it, basically. In fact, I'm going to change that, so it's not going to be two, it's going to be just the one, because we don't really need two. So laps per heat is 3, qualifying rounds I'm just going to change it to 1, because I'm a rebel. There we go. And then it's basically, once we've done that and we get to look at everybody, and then it's 4 rounds, and the 4 rounds are just competing in different heats depending on how many people turn up, and the winners of all those rounds, they get scored slightly differently to the league scoring, but what will happen is at the end of the 4 rounds, the top 8 fastest pilots, they then go into a separate race. It's just 3 laps, and the winner of it gets an extra 2 points on the league. So you can see why Dan Carpy is so ahead of everybody else. If we just look back at the league, is because he keeps winning the not only the 4 rounds, being one of the fastest pilots, but he also wins the last race as well, which is why he's at 72, and the next one down is Geordie, which is 57. So that just explains what the gap is all about. Okay, so I am just waiting for a few more people. So I'm going to be right back. I'm just going to see if I can chase a few down. So they're on Discord, which is how we communicate. So yeah, I'm just typing on Discord basically to try and ascertain where everybody is. Yep. Sponge, TinyWhoop is green. You are green. Yes, you are all good. So what we're waiting for is Geo Rational, MacPad, Jaggers, and Skedder. That is who we are waiting for. We are also waiting for Edison from the United States, but I'm not quite sure if he's going to be able to make it because of the time zone, so it depends on which side of the United States he is. So I'm just waiting to find out where everyone is, because we want to start, man, because it's 6 minutes past and we're meant to start at 8 o'clock. So yeah, we are just, I'm going to give it another minute. Okay, so Jaggers isn't coming. That's cool. Okay, so Jaggers is not going to be here, so we're just waiting now for Skedder, MacPad, and Geo Irrational. Geo Irrational is AFK, and I don't have anybody else. Yeah.
Can you not refresh?
So it's just refreshed itself and everyone's still red, but Jaggers isn't coming. So MacPad, he's not. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly change channels a minute and see if I can. Hello. This is Mr. Lazy Legs. I'm just checking up on Geo Rational. Anyone know where Geo Rational is? Am I a robot again?
A little bit.
Bugger. Hang on then. Oh. Oh, is that a bit better?
That's gone worse.
Sod it. Not going according to plan. How about that? Am I better now? Still a robot? Yep. I'm guessing that's a yes. I wonder if I can just... I'm going to plug it into a different...
Stop laughing, Luke.
USB. Just to see if that's any better. Okay, how's that? Am I coming through better now?
What the fuck is going on?
Okay, I'm guessing that I'm still not being heard properly. Okay.
I'm asking somebody that's watching.
No, it's just that everyone else is hearing me fine. It's just on here it's not working.
Oh.
So I don't know why, because we tested it and it was
back.
Okay, so we're just waiting for Geo Rational, Skedder, and MacPad.
Who's this robot?
Robot lazy.
Oh, I'm joking.
I'm that lazy. I can't be bothered to talk. So we're going to kick it off because I can't wait any longer. I don't know where everyone is, but we're just going to go for it. So it's qualifying. I'll come out because I know you don't want a robot talking. There we go. That's easier. Okay, so we're going to start. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to create the heats for the qualifying. That is now created. And we've got 2 rounds. So we've got Feathers, Mouse, Geordie FPV, Beavernator, and GLX.
Ooh,
They are going into the first one. So we're going to invite the pilots in, and then you will see the screen change in front of your eyes. And there we go. So we have got Feathers in red, green is Mouse, dark blue is Geordie, Beavernator in the white, GLX in the yellow. And what we can do is I can just show you around the course. So I can show you around. This is what everyone's basically doing as they quickly just nip round to try and find their bearings. Okay, but this is just a practice, so we're just going to start it.
Pilots,
Here we go.
10 seconds.
So what we're going to do is we're going to follow GLX. No, we're going to follow Geordie. Oops. I just pushed the wrong button. Yeah, I just pushed the wrong button, so I am really sorry. That's totally my fault, obviously. So I just got to click on events, join, and then that will take me back in. Okay, so that's fine. So they're actually off and flying now, so we're just going to follow. So we're following Beavernator now. He's just going down the Spaghetti Junction and going around the Sea of Tranquility. You can watch him now. And now he goes to the final split S, and then now through to the end. We can see the splits on where they are. Oh no, we can't. They haven't even gone round yet. Look at that. So here they come. Blue and yellow are the ones to watch, look, and they are... Okay, it's not working. I'm not getting their splits. Don't know why that is, but we will find out in a momento. It has started, doesn't it? Has it started?
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty sure it has.
So we've got Beavernator. Right, let's just go and check Feathers. Feathers, there he is, going through the split S. And he is now going round the spine. See him going round up through the shoelace, coming towards us through the Infinity Tunnel, towards Spaghetti Junction, down Spaghetti Junction, nice and quick, round and round, flying round. And we are just waiting now for 2. Geordie's come in at 128. GLX coming at 120. 124 was Geordie. 128 was GLX. Feathers on 143. We are waiting for Beavernator, who is just going around the Sea of Tranquility. GLX is done. Geordie is done. Mouse is just finished.
205.
205. Okay, so the reason why you can't do it is because I jumped out. Beavernator is also done, so that's all of them then. So that's fine. Okay, so we can end that one now. So that was the first qualifying heats. So we're going to end that one. And it should. It's not taken as. Oh, it did do it. It's not talking to me. That's what it is. Okay, so now we're going to invite the next group, which is going to be Buster Hawk, Stevie Whoop, Mr. Ben, FPV, Dan Carpy, and Pick a Pool. So that is who we are currently waiting for. Now I am still in there, and I shouldn't be. So I'm not quite sure how much I'm going to be able to see on this one either, because I have to be on there before I actually start them. Oh, I see. It helps if I push the right button. There we go. Okay then, so we are now, there you go. Look, Buster Hawk is red, TinyWhoop is bright green, Mr. Ben is blue, Dan Carpy is white, and Picket Pool is yellow. So white is the one that's going to fly off like there's no tomorrow. So we are going to start this one now.
Pilots, 10 seconds.
10 seconds. We're not, oh actually, we will follow. Dan Carpy, off you go straight away. Go around, oh, he just made a bump. Going up the hill, going around the, oh my god, no, he's already on the spine. Finishing the spine. Here we go, up to the shoelace. Down Spaghetti Junction, nice and tight. Look at those lines, very nicely around those lines. And through the final split S. And then he's going to finish. And there he goes. That's his first lap time is 28 seconds, 0.76. Buster Hawk comes in second in 33. Mr. Ben in 39. And Picket Pool FPV in 39. And we're just waiting for one more. TinyWhoop. So we're looking for TinyWhoop, and TinyWhoop is in green. And here we go, he's just coming around the Sea of Tranquility now, and around the split S, you can see him in the bright green, and then around the start finish. There we go, 103. So we have them. So we're going to stick in with this with Mr. Ben FPV. So this is what he sees, although probably not so jaggedy. Up the hill, around the in and out, coming around the spine, heading towards the shoelace. As you can see him going round, up through the shoelace, coming through the infinity tunnel, down Spaghetti Junction, through the green, down to the blue, down to the yellow, here we go. Round the Sea of Tranquility, oh, it looks like he made a boo-boo. And we've got Dan Carpy in at 129, Buster Hawk on 133, Mr. Ben FPV on 144, TinyWhoop we're in now with, and he is on 144. For Mr. Ben. Picket Pool comes in on 153. TinyWhoop is still now doing his last lap, I believe. So he's going to go up. Oh, made a boo-boo. But this is just a practice round, so it doesn't matter. Here we go, going around through the split S. Now he's going to go around through the spine. Nice and clear. Nice and bit tight there. Up through the shoelace. Through the infinity tunnel, heading towards Spaghetti Junction, round to the green, round to the blue, and then to the left and through the yellow. Through the Sea of Tranquility, heading heading towards the final split S, and done. There we go, 301. Now it didn't actually take him 3 minutes. You get a penalty if you miss a gate. So I'm going to assume he missed a gate.
Pilots, race is now over.
That is my assumption. So there you go, race is over. So that's the two. So what we can do now is we can look at this screen. Heat 2 qualifying. There we go. And what I need to do, I know why it's not doing it, it's because of that. There we go. So that's the one that we've just done. So you can see the difference. And if we do all of them, that's the times. It's in seconds, but that's the time for the qualifying. So you can see the people that are close together. So you've got GLX and Dan Carpy. You notice that Geordie FPV has done it in the quickest time, which is the first time that I've seen him beat Dan Carpy. So you can see there, just by looking at that, who's going to be in the closest kind of areas and who to watch for. So Geordie, GLX and Dan Carpy, it seems to be going to be a battle. Okay, so we're going to now just quickly go and change and get everything ready for the heat So I'm just going to check that everything is right. 3 laps. It's on 4 rounds, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so we're going to go and sort out the heats now.
Easy.
Yeah. So we're going to check the heats.
Looking at that, could I be in the top 8?
Done.
It's in the first one.
No, where's all the others?
You may have just moved it to 1 round. I don't think you changed it.
Hey guys,
Oh yeah.
there's only 2 heats on, well, round 2 heats on the
I know.
front page.
I
Is that
know.
all with?
I don't understand why, because it isn't set to that. But let's just change that. Why has it done that? What's it set to now?
Still the same when I click view live.
Okay.
Andy,
Yeah.
let me have a quick look now. I'm online.
Yeah. I don't know what it's done. It's
One
only given
sec.
us 1 heat.
1 sec. Oh, that's right.
It's set to grid is 8, qualifying rounds 4, laps per heat 3.
Qualifying
Yeah.
rounds.
Save. Yeah, that's right. Did you only do 1 qualifying practice run?
1 practice
right.
run, yeah.
That's fine. Right. Yeah, was it definitely set to 4? Because for some reason I can't delete it either.
Sorry, was what set to 4? Oh right, the qualifying rounds. When I went back, qualifying rounds were still set to 1, but that when we had an issue last week, we changed it and it worked fine. But for some reason, when it created the
Race heats. What's happened is it's created the race heats before. I think you might have accidentally clicked create heats before changing the number of things. That's fine. There's a way round. We can go back to qualifying and we can restart it.
okay.
I'm sure we can. Says 4. Yeah. Save. Fine.
Sorry about that, folks. It's
Still on that.
yeah, but they can still hear us. So if I take you back, actually, it's probably too. Because it shouldn't matter what the qualifying round says. It should be 4 regardless, shouldn't it? I don't understand.
It was set to 2 for some reason, or 1. Sorry.
Yeah, it was
4.
set to 1 for the qualifying, but that's right. But for the event, for the qualifying race and final, it's meant to set to 4 regardless of what we do.
No. It doesn't.
So you've got to change it from qualifying to 4.
Yes, each time you go to the next round at the moment, because it's not set a set format. because we can change the number of thingies. We may have to restart from the beginning.
Yeah, that's fine. We can. I wrote it all down.
Right. I'm just going to mute for a minute and just look at something. If you can just chat to the live stream. And
Okay, so what we're doing, we're just waiting, because what we're going to have to do is reset the event, because I'm not quite sure how, but I forgot to do something, and because of that it set the rounds. If I just take you back, because I'm sure that's boring to look at. There we go. So if you've noticed, what happened is it's taken us to the actual rounds, but it's only given us 1 instead of the 4, and apparently that is because I forgot to do something, which is possible, but I do it every week, so it's quite odd that I haven't done that properly this week. So I'm just looking now through my notes, because if I follow that and it's wrong, I need to change my notes, obviously. And then what we're going to do is another really quick qualifier, and then we will change it as the instruction states, on the assumption that I get the thing right, of course. So my apologies. We are going to get some good racing then, especially looking at those times between GLX, Geordie and Dan. And I did write everything down, but you know what? I can't find it. We cannot find it. So I might have to repeat and redo, or I might have ripped it out, because I've got some pages missing, which could be also pretty accurate.
so, we've got our top guy on it at the minute, Ray Smith. For those that know Ray Smith, he's the guy who created Rotor Rush. He's just firing up his super duper laptop that's able to go in and undo mistakes by us mere mortals. So that's what's happening at the minute. Ray's just going in, undoing the race heat so that we can reset it properly to 4 rounds. So I'm sure our pilots we can hang on in for a minute. So it'll just take a couple of minutes and then we'll be able to carry on with the racing.
Perfect. Okay. So I was just showing them the okay. So I think
So
we are. I was just going to show them the but they've just gone. The results for the was really close between you. Geordie beat Dan Carpy on the qualifying fastest time.
So see, Dan, we all know how good Dan Carpy is, and if anybody's been watching Rab's Funhouse, number 2 and track 3 will be out soon, you'll know that Dan Carpy set a time to be top and has actually beaten Rab. Rab, well known to probably the fastest TinyWhoop pilot in the world at the moment, US pilot who's been creating some great tracks on TinyWhoop Go. But Dan Carpy beat him on the time. I don't know if that's still standing at the moment on that table. But Jordan doing really well if he's beat him in qualifying. Yeah. And as we know, week before last, Galaxy FPV won the extra round, the bonus round.
He did.
Race round, and getting them 2 points. So, you know, Dan's not a robot. He's a great guy. He's an excellent pilot. But obviously as the league goes on, pilots are getting more practice in and doing really well. So I think I can mention on this live stream a little bit of something that's going to be coming up. We do actually have a sponsor for the league, and there'll be more about this coming up. And especially UK pilots will know this company, and they'll know Greg from Menace and Menace Antennas. They make absolutely awesome antennas. And they've just released a brand new antenna, and I actually have one for review. He sent me one for review, which I'm really excited about. And it's called the Viper. It's a new patch antenna by Menace, and it's especially for whoops. So it's been tuned especially to work with the whip antennas on whoops. So there'll be some prizes, league prizes of those whip antennas and other prizes for this league at the conclusion, and Menace will be running a special one-off Menace race as well, with some extra prizes in the next few weeks, which will be sponsored by Menace. They're going to design their own track, and we'll be live streaming it as we always do, don't we, Andrew?
We do. Oh yes, it's good to get people involved in watching it and then trying it themselves.
Yeah, absolutely, and hopefully in a few weeks we'll have some more news on how to get new people. If you've not done this before, we're working with some partners to get some kits so that you can get everything that you need to get flying. Everything in one box. That's something else that we're working on. TinyWhoop UK. Low price way to get a drone, controller, goggles, everything you need, and a training program that you can use on TinyWhoop Go to learn how to fly and get yourself going.
That would be cool, yes, because that's one thing that people ask is, what do I need to do it?
Yeah, and how to get into it.
Yeah.
And I think, with all hobbies, it can be a little bit frustrating at first when you first do it, but as you practice and you get into it, very quickly you can learn how to fly and control the little drones, and then it's just a matter of practicing. Recharge them batteries, go again, recharge them batteries. But the simulator is the best way to learn. And Mouse is a great example of that. She's been practicing on the sim, and she can fly the real thing as well, can't she?
She can. They're not as good as she can in the sim at the moment, but
no, that's always going to be the way. But I think the biggest thing for the sim, it allows you to get that muscle memory, and that for the controls and the controller. So you're not having to think about what to do with your fingers and thumbs on the control pad. When you go to fly the real thing, it's more about getting used to the difference between the simulated drone and the real drone.
Yeah, it's also good to test out the theory on if you're a thumbs or a pinch.
Yeah, and you don't always stay that way, as I've found out. Recently changed. So, I was thumbs all the time, but now my right hand, which controls pitch and roll, I now pinch, and I'm finding it a lot better, which I never thought I would. But I'm still on thumbs on my throttle, on the left stick for throttle. So league table's looking really good. Dan Carp is still at the top with 72. Jordan's just behind him. Then Buster Hawk and Galaxy won the extra race, the final race 2 weeks ago. in 4th place on 45. So there's still at least 5 weeks to go on this league. And in fact, August, September, no, we've got 2.5 months to go on the league. So there's a long time for this to change, and there's still time for people to get involved. If you want to get involved in the league, you're a drone pilot and you want to have a go, just enter one of the events. And it's never too late to get your name on the leaderboard. So we're just waiting for our guru in the background, the genius that is Ray Smith, to I'm laughing because I can see the the pictures that the pilots are putting on Discord. Yeah, he's just put a picture of a cat frantically pressing on the keyboard. That was us 5 minutes ago trying to solve this problem till we realised it needed the genius, which is Ray Smith, who's working on it right now. So of course, it's
People are saying that actually you guys kind of fix the thing.
Do you know what? We're actually really chilled right now because that'll be Ray. That'll be Ray at his home. He's logged into his laptop. He's in the back end now, trying to put right our mistakes. So that'll be Ray frantically smashing at his keyboard, going, "I'll kill them! I'll kill them!" He had one job. So yeah, I've just got as I was getting this, Menace was sending me one of these patch antennas to try out. I thought I'd better get a decent module as well. So I've just got a True DV4, and I have to say I'm really pleased with it. It's not rapid fire quality, but it's very good. If anybody else is using the True D, but I'm finding it really good.
Do you want to master machine learning and skyrocket your career? My name is Kirill.
Don't you just hate adverts on YouTube?
I'm trying to see if I can get a picture of this Viper.
Oh, you probably won't because it's not officially released. So it was a bit of inside news that you got there. I could take a picture and put it on the screen, I guess. Or could I? I guess I could. Let's try that.
Was it Menesa?
Somebody actually from DRC is trying to get onto. He's just messaged me. He's trying to get onto our Discord. What's so? What I'm going to do is.
Is that the company?
Anybody who wants to join in with the chat, you can join the Discord. And it's posted if you go on events on the channel. And on information, the Discord channel is on there for you to find.
What's the sponsor called again?
Sorry, say that again.
What's the sponsor called?
Menace. MENACE.
Yeah, it's being released on the 20th. There are photos of it.
Oh, cool. Maybe we could stick one in Discord. It's very well made, I have to say. It's very sturdy. Some patch antennas I've had in the past have been the board's been very flimsy and you're frightened of it cracking. It's very solidly made. It's almost two. It looks like it's two patch antennas, little black one in front of the normal shape patch.
Okay, so we are going to just double check and see where we are. Okay, excellent. So I'm going to go back to registration. Right, qualifying. Right, yeah, that's all done. Save. Race heats. Okay, can we just check with...
You want to check it first?
Just check with Ray that I can press the create heats just in case he wants me to hang on a second.
Yeah, he's not rung me yet, but if he'd done that, I'd just hang on a second, just to make sure he's not just doing any other changes just before. Yeah, so the race heats have been set to normal. That's fine, qualifying. So now I can go back to registration now. I can go to set it to 4. That's, bear with me, Ray's just ringing. I'll just confirm we can ahead.
We are just waiting to go. We are waiting for the go. For the go.
Yes, we have got the go. So I'm just going to create the heats now.
I've
make
just
sure
done that.
everyone's in.
Yeah,
Go
I've just pressed that.
Oh, and it's done. Oh, and there they all are. And we're ready for starting.
Excellent. Okay then, so we are back on. So if I just refresh this one for you folks. There we go. So there's the heats. There's 8 heats, which is 4 rounds. And the first ones that are coming up is Geordie FPV, Stevie Whoop, Buster Hawk, Feathers, and Mouse. So we are going to invite those in because we have got to go. We're going to have to stream through this now. Steam even, not stream, but steam. We're missing. Who's green? Who is not there?
Got 4 pilots in. We're missing 1.
We are missing Stevie Whoop. Has Stevie Whoop left the building? Stevie Whoop is also Sponge Steve Buddy. So did he have a problem?
Well, he's in now.
Yeah, he's in red. He's not on the.
Oh, right, that's right. He's just popped up now on my screen. Stevie Whoop. Yeah, no, that's fine. He's in now.
In. Cool.
Okay, so that is the 5. We've got the 5. We're going to start this race. Okay, so the ones to look out for
seconds.
is going to be Buster Hawk and Geordie. They are usually quick on the off. And off they go. They're going now through the split S, going up the hill, up to the other split S, and then they're going to go round now through the spine. You can see kicking off there, that's Geordie FPV, through the Spaghetti Junction, going round through Sea of Tranquility up to the final S, and he is well away. And he did that in 28, followed closely by Buster Hawk on 31, Feathers on 35, and we are just waiting now for Mouse.
It's gone past.
Mouse is about to go Stevie Whoop. Oh, I see, Mouse has already gone past. There we go, look. So Mouse on 43, Stevie Whoop on 108. I believe Stevie Whoop may have lost a gate. So we are still with Geordie. We're going to change now to Buster Hawk. You can see him there now coming through the spine. Just lapped Stevie or Mouse.
No one's just gone past me.
No, so he's just going now Spaghetti Junction. Yeah, you can see him now coming through the Sea of Tranquility, speed around to the final split S and finish on 131. And that was Buster Hawk. So we are now with Stevie Whoop. You can see he's just going through the split S at the start. Feathers has come in at 141. Oh, Stevie Whoop just made a bit of a boo-boo going up. He's going now through the in and out. Oh, banged his head again. Coming round the spine, heading towards the shoelace. up through the shoelace, and through the infinity tunnel to Spaghetti Junction, down through the green, through the green, there you go, through the blue. I don't know if he went through the blue then, he might have missed it, I don't know. Round the Sea of Tranquility, up to the final S, and Finito. I believe that TinyWhoop may have missed a gate there.
I think he did. He looking at the times, he must have missed a couple of gates.
I think it's the Spaghetti Junction. When he goes down the Spaghetti Junction, it is, you go in through the infinity tunnel and you go through the red, then it's right to go into the green, then left to go into the blue, left again to go into the yellow. So that is where Mouse was just doing it for me and showing me. So because I forgot.
Pilots, race is now over.
But,
that shows how important it is to really learn the track before you enter an event. It does help.
It does help indeed. Okay, so that's the first one. So we've got 83 seconds or 1.23 for Geordie. Let's go and see what Dan Carpy can do. He's racing GLX. So this should be quite an interesting race because in the qualifying, GLX beat Dan Carpy as well. So Dan Carpy was actually third in the qualifying. So
is he lulling him into a false sense of security,
I was thinking,
is he taking it easy, or
no? I was thinking he thought he would. Okay, we're going to go with this one because we've got to crack on. So
Pilots, 10 seconds.
GLX is on 5, so we are going to follow GLX. Let's see how he goes. Oh, and they are off. GLX. Oh, just. Do you know what? Someone's just made a mistake, and it was GLX. He just couldn't get through. He's now going through the spine, around the spine, heading towards the shoelace, up through the shoelace, through the infinity tunnel, but I think that's Dan Carpy in front.
It is Dan Carpy, and GLX isn't far behind him, though. He's catching up.
Yeah, he is. And let's look at the splits. Dan Carpy on 28.29 and GLX exactly on 30. So behind them we've got them Pickerpool, who's on 37, and coming up now is Beavernator on 45, and you can see now we are still waiting for somebody. Steve, no, who are we waiting for? Mr. Ben FPV. Here we go. He's coming up now to finish his first lap and through. I don't think it picked him up on that, so he might have to do an extra lap. He's going to go back. Well done.
I think he might have missed that gate.
Yeah,
he's having some issues, I think. Mr. Ben.
He's going backwards. There we go. No, he still didn't do it. I don't know if he's missing it or. Let's find out what he's doing. Okay, he's going to have to go through again. But you can see there that just under a second quicker Dan Carpy is than Geordie. GLX didn't have such a great round.
I think we seem to have, if I'm looking right, I think we seem to have an issue with Mr. Ben that's not... it's not registering at all.
Nope.
Unless he's completely missing the gates.
Pickerpool comes in at 150, which is a good time for Pickerpool. We're following Beavernator now. He's coming round the Sea of Tranquility up to the final split S, all the way through. Oh, made a bit of a boo-boo there. And there we go, there's Beavernator. So we are just looking at now Mr. Ben, FPV. And what we're finding is he wasn't picked up, but I'm not quite sure on what lap. Actually, we can find out, can't we? He's not being picked up at all.
No, he's not.
I mean, not even on the first lap. So let's just see where he goes. If he's not picked up when he goes through here,
we'll have to rerun this race, I'm afraid.
I'm gonna so that pick him up. Oops, wrong button.
No, it's not. He's in the race, but for some reason it's not registered. I did notice that when we started the race, everyone went to the start line except for Mr. Ben.
Right.
I wondered why. What we'll do is if we just bear with me.
Race aborted. Repeat. Race aborted.
So we need all pilots to leave. There we go. Everybody's out. We'll re-invite the pilots now, which I've just done. When everyone's on the grid, we'll rerun that race. Sorry, pilots, but well, sorry for Dan Carpy, but that means that and as you can see, Mr. Ben's not showing now. Maybe he's got an issue with his computer.
Yeah, well, we had that with TinyWhoop the first time. It took him a while to pop up. But
yeah, I mean, with all online stuff, you do need to have a decent internet connection, and sometimes if your internet connection is lagging behind, it can cause some issues. So we'll give it a second to see if it brings him on. He is showing us as in the race and registered, so it's not an issue on that side of things. It's more likely his internet connection.
right, let's just see if he's in. Is he in Discord? Mr. Ben is in Discord. Let's just find out. I'll be right back. Mr. Ben, are you having issues, mate?
It sounded like was that in there? It sounded like he was having a stroke.
Tell you what, the night I'm having. Sure, I can't sound that bad.
It did.
Okay, so you can't let me just unplug and then replug. I need to.
No, you sound fine now. It's when you first connected.
Oh.
I don't know.
How's that? Oh, might be better.
Oh.
Hopefully this is putting off Dan Carpy.
Oh God.
Robots back.
Exterminate! Exterminate!
Is Mr. Ben able to join in? I'm not sure what Mr. Ben's doing. Okay, clearly I sound like a robot. It's because I've got a dodgy mic, clearly.
I feel sorry for him tonight.
I'm in tears here. For fuck's sake. I was supposed to race like this.
Okay, so wrong button. Okay, so I think Mr. Ben's having issues, and I think what we need to do is just go ahead and start the race because
Someone else left.
Nigel now is hopefully going to talk to. I'll find out from Mr. Ben if he's having issues because what we need to do is start the race. This is it's gone on far too long, which is my own fault, to be fair. But what we're trying to do is just give Mr. Ben.
Right, just asking all the pilots to leave the track. We have a Bevenator. We have contact.
Okay. I think that's everyone left.
Andy, you've gone for your lead.
You what?
That's better.
Right, are we ready?
Andy, your microphone seems to have gone.
Oh, not again. What's it
Can't
doing,
understand
man?
what you're saying. If you just check your lead.
Obviously, everyone on live streaming, you can hear me fine because it's a different microphone. But Discord, I clearly need to buy another microphone. Is that better?
No.
Oh, for the love of God! Maybe it's a bit of dust. Okay, how are we looking? Are we sounding better? Okay, Mr. Ben is in. We're just waiting for one other, which is Galaxy, GLX. GLX is still not in. I'm assuming that you can't hear me. It would be good if I could use.
Yeah, we're just waiting for GLX. I don't know why he's not in the track.
Okay, is this better?
No, I don't know if it's me or whether it's you, Andy.
No, it's probably me. Right. Okay.
It's definitely Andy.
There we go. Look, there's GLX.
Right.
Okay.
So Andy, while you sort your microphone, I'll set this one running. GLX is in now. All the pilots are on, so we're ready to start this race. So we'll get this one going. I can't see the live stream, so I'm just going to be commentating this from my spectator view. But all the pilots are in, so we'll start this race. And they're all on the grid. And off the go, and straight away it was Dan Carpy that went into the lead. Ooh, right behind him was GLX, but he made a mistake, which cost him. He's only a short way behind Dan Carpy, but Dan Carpy has the lead at the moment. In third place is Mr. Ben, who's having a better race than the first one. Third place is Pickapool, and in fourth at the moment is Bevenator, but it's Dan Carpy in the lead with a 28-second run. GLX less than a second behind on 29.94. And then third, it's Mr. Ben, fourth, Pickapool, and fifth is Bevenator.
Oh, he's going to catch up.
Oh, GLX catching up with Dan Carpy now. He's right behind him.
He is. He is caught up.
To go around about halfway around lap
Going
3. GLX really wanting to take this win.
Round the spine.
Dan Carpy keeping ahead of him.
Going
Single
down.
mistake here will change it. Oh, and
he
it
made a
was
mistake.
GLX that made the mistake. Dan Carpy got away and go through to take the win.
124.
GLX only a second and a half
Right,
behind.
get to the mic.
But that was great racing by GLX there. Caught up with Dan Carpy and it was right behind him, and it was a mistake just in the back quarter of that lap, that final lap. Made a mistake and allowed Dan Carpy to get away. Mr. Ben comes in third with a 1 minute 41. And just coming through in fourth place, Pickapool with a 1:51. And one more pilot to make it through in this, second of the races. My apologies. And then we'll be into round 3. And that's Bevenator with a 2 minutes 05. I think we've lost Andy's microphone at the minute. I think he's going to try and sort that. There you go. That was round 2.
Right.
Pilots, race is now over.
Bevenator. Okay.
So Dan Carpy taking that one and the 8 points. So it's Dan Carpy and Jordan both on 8 points. Galaxy and Buster Hawk both on 7 points. It's Feathers and Mr. Ben on 6. Pickapool and Mouse on 5. Bevenator and TinyWhoop on 4. And it'll be Mouse, Bevenator, Geordie, Buster Hawks and Feathers in this race. So invite them to the track. And they're all on the track. So Mouse in red, Bevenator in green this time. Geordie FPV in the blue, Buster Hawk in white and Feathers in yellow. If you're wondering why Bevenator's in another round straight after the one he's just been in, the system basically randomizes which pilots are in each group so that these get comfortable flying with the same people. And so sometimes pilots will be in 2 heats, one after another, and sometimes they have to wait. But it mixes it up. Great races is when we get people like Dan Carpy, Geordie, and Galaxy all in one round. Then it does get exciting. So let's start this next race. Andy, is that you? I can hear.
Yeah, I'm back.
Yay! Andy's back. So Andy's going to commentate this next race, and I'll start it. So if you're ready, Andy, I'll start the next race.
Yeah.
There we go.
Good to go.
Pilots, 10 seconds.
We are expecting Geordie FPV to be the first one off the bat. Let's find out. And he is. There we go. He's going around now through the second split, going up the hill, round the in and out, and then round to the spine. Nice line round the spine. Up to the shoelace, in, out through the infinity tunnel, down Spaghetti Junction.
Oh, look at Feathers challenging him.
Nice and
as well. So
he made a boo-boo, and here comes Feathers and
Buster Hawks and Feathers overtook him.
Yes.
He's not going to like that.
No, he's got some making up to do now, Geordie, but he has now taken over. But there you still got Feathers and Buster Hawk. But
Buster Hawk in the lead. He's loving this. He's going for it.
It's only going to take one mistake.
Oh, look at how close that is. Look how close. Who's going to come out ahead?
Very
and
tight
it's Geordie.
Sea of Tranquility going through the final S. Oh, look at that. That time between Geordie and Buster Hawk is incredibly close. Geordie going through the Sea of Tranquility. He seems to have got himself some space.
Yeah,
Buster Hawk now.
Buster Hawk made a mistake on the ladders, and that gave Geordie that chance to get away.
Oh, look at that. Because that was close. So there we go. Geordie 127, Buster Hawk on 131, Feathers on 133. We are now with Beaver Nator, who has just gone I think it's his last lap, going up the hill. And there we have Mouse coming down Spaghetti Junction, round the Sea of Tranquility. Made a boo-boo. Flying through the final S. And finished 2.02. And we are now waiting. Let's see, we are with Beaver Nator. He's now going around the Sea of Tranquility as well. Just finished it up to the final S. And done.
There we go.
219. Excellent.
Great points for Mouse there. That'll put her up the leaderboard a little bit more.
Pilots, race is now over.
And we can actually see where people are on the leaderboard. Now there was that heat. Geordie on 8, Mouse on 5 points, Feathers on 6, Buster Hawk on 7, and that is currently where we are on the event. But obviously we've got that's one round behind. So the next round is up. We've got GLX, Dan Carpy, TinyWhoop, Mr. Ben, and Picker Pool.
I want to see how close GLX can keep to Dan Carpy from the start, and how much pressure he puts on Dan, because we know that he's also beat Dan in the qualifiers. So it'll be an interesting race. Ready to start when you are, Andy?
Yeah, go for it.
Pilots, 10 seconds.
We're going to follow GLX. Let's see who goes off. Oh, green goes off first.
Yeah, Dan Carpy got a great start, but GLX right behind him.
He is right behind him. Going through the splits, in and out, going around the Sea of Tranquility. Heading towards the shoelace, up through GLX, now going through the Infinity Tunnel. You can see green just in front of him going down. Oh, GLX made a bit of a boo-boo going through the Spaghetti Junction. going around the Sea of Tranquility. We can look at the splits. 28 for Dan Carpy, 30.99 for GLX. Mr. Ben's coming at 34. Pick a Pool FPV on 40. And then we have Stevie Whoop, who is currently still going down the... Oh no, he's just finished. He's now going around the Sea of Tranquility as well. Oh, he's made a boo-boo because I mentioned his name. He's now going through the S and finishing, and his split time is 1:01. And we are now with Stevie Whoop as he goes round the second S up the hill. Follow him now round the, I can't remember what I called it, but I called it something. He's now going through the spine. No, that's a tricky gate, that one's just there. But if you go slow around it, it's not so bad. Through the infinity tunnel. Okay, let's check. We want him to go left, right, and then through the green, and then round, yep, and then left again through the yellow, and then we go into the Sea of Tranquility. Here we go. Dan Carpy 121, I think is his fastest. GLX on 129. Mr. Ben FPV on 140. We are currently waiting now.
And Pickapool's about to come through now. We made a mistake on that run there. He's just going to come through to take 4th place by the looks of it.
Pickapool, that's a shame. 209, yeah. He's much quicker than that usually. So we're still following Stevie Whoop. He's now going down the Spaghetti Junction, through the green, round through the blue, left through the yellow, through the Sea of Tranquility. Doing well, nice line, and kaput.
And there you go.
33.
Pilots, race is now over.
Okay, so that is the round for there. So if I there we go, Dan with the 8 points, Stevie Whoop with the 4.
So Dan Carpy and Galaxy in this next race again.
Yeah.
So the only two and Mr. Ben. So 3 of the pilots from the last race are in the next race, and then it'll be mixed up completely again. So invite those on.
So you can see on the events so far, Dan Carpy on 16 with Geordie, GLX and Buster Hawker on 14 points, FPV and Mr. Ben on 12, Pickapool and 10 on Mouse are on 10, and then Beavernator and Stevie Whoop are on 8 points. That's where we're standing at the moment. And we have got in the red Dan Carpy, in the green GLX, in the blue Mr. Ben Feathers, in the white and Stevie Whoop in the yellow. So we're good to go.
GLX gets another chance here to put the pressure on Dan Carpy. You did well at the beginning of that last race, but made a slight mistake, and then once Dan's got that gap, it's hard to... So let's see if we can do it this time and put a bit more pressure on. Are we ready to start?
Yes.
Here we
ready.
go.
Pilots, 10 seconds.
Stevie Whoop saying that he's got a bit of lag issues, which is causing some issues for him. Well, that and lack of practice, his own words. And we are off, and there you got GLX and Dan.
Oh, that is neck and neck.
Dan is about to pull away, and GLX is trying to chase him down, round the spine, nice and tight, through the shoelace. And down through. In fact, we're going to go in with GLX. Let's see him chasing. To the final S. And to the start finish, nice and tight. You can just see Dan in front. Dan's starting to pull away, round the spine again. See GLX, and Dan is pulling away now to the infinity tunnel. GLX has just started the Spaghetti Junction, and Dan had finished it. Let's check where we are. So within 2 laps, we've got Dan Carpy on 54, GLX on 57. Stevie Whoop has just finished his first lap on 58. Still following GLX. Let's go into Dan Carpy. He's now going through Spaghetti Junction, down, coming around through the Sea of Tranquility, up to the final S, split S, and start finish. There you go, 1:21. Just similar time to the last one. And there you got GLX.
He's not far behind GLX, only it's less than 3 seconds.
Yeah.
2 3/4 seconds behind. That's not a lot.
We're in now with Mr. Ben, FPV. I think this is his final lap, trying to chase down Feathers on 141 with Mr. Ben on 142. Stevie Whoop is now on his final lap, just going up the hill. Oh, he just bumped his head. He just bumped his head. Because I named him again, see? Whenever I name Stevie Whoop, he bumps his head. I need to stop doing that. We're just going to call him, well, whatever colour he is. So he's just going around the spine, up to the shoelace, up and through the Infinity Tunnel, coming down the Spaghetti Junction. Oh, he missed the green. Through the green. There we go. Through the blue, down to the yellow. Beautiful. Round the Sea of Tranquility. There we go, up to the final S. And we are done. 2:31.
Yeah, well done, Stevie Whoop.
Yep, definitely.
Pilots, race is now over.
So another win there for Dan Carpy. So in this next one, we've got Bevenator, Pickapool, Mouse, Geordie FPV, and Buster Hawk. I invite them onto the... It's funny how it's mixed these up. It makes sure that everybody has the same amount of races and chances, but the last race looks good. Coming up in a few races' time, the very last race, we've got all the top pilots in that one. But this one, Bevenator in red, Pickapool green, Mouse is in the blue, Geordie FPV in the white, and Buster Hawk in the yellow. So I'll be expecting to see the white drone getting off pretty quick, but Buster Hawk's been putting the pressure on. And so let's see if Buster Hawk in the yellow can do something. Are you ready to start, Andrew?
Yeah, let's go for it. Yep, we're going to be
Pilots,
following
10
Buster Hawk as he
seconds.
goes around. And let's see if we can see him chasing down the white of Geordie FPV. And we are off. Ooh, and blue goes off.
That was good. Mouse getting the fastest start there.
She's very good at starting. It's just the rest of it. Sorry, I'm not allowed to make her laugh. So we're following Buster Hawk now. He is now, Geordie FPV has just overtaken him. They're close and close, going through Spaghetti Junction, down through the green, through the blue, through the yellow. Oh, Buster Hawk made a bit of a boo-boo then. Around the Sea of Tranquility. And we can see the split is 30 for Geordie FPV, 32 for Buster Hawk. And coming in with the blue, we do have Mouse on 39. Right, we've got the yellow, Pickapool and Beavernator coming in. 45 for Beavernator. I think Beavernator must have missed a gate. That's why they came in together, but Beavernature's on 1 minute and Pickapool's on 45. Beavernator must have missed a gate.
That's definitely exactly 15 seconds difference there, isn't there? So it was a gate. There's a 15-second penalty for any gate that you missed. Yeah,
it's
quite harsh, but it's important. It works. It's harsh, but it works.
It's harsh, but it works. It's easier just to go back. I mean, yes, you are going to lose a few seconds, but there's Geordie on 143.
124.
Sorry, 124. I don't know what I was looking at. I was looking somewhere else. 124. Buster Hawk. Oh, it's not a good one for Buster Hawk on 137. And we are going to go in with Mouse, who is going down through Spaghetti Junction. Just mentioned her, so she bumped her head through the sea. Oh, and Sea of Tranquility. Up through the final S. And Pickapool just beat Mouse. Pickapool.
She just couldn't keep a little bit more speed there. I think she would have took that. It was less than a second.
Had I not have mentioned her name, she's looking at me. Had I not have mentioned her name, I would. She probably would have done that. So that was my bad. Beavernator has just come in on 234. Good race.
Good race.
Unfortunate for Buster Hawk.
Pilots, race is now over.
More unfortunate for Mouse, who might have got a third place there.
Yeah.
Had you not said a name.
I know. There's another name I can't say, so I can't say Stevie Wonder and I can't say Mouse. So I will remember that.
Okay, next race will be Buster Hawk, Feathers, Stevie Whoop, Mr. Ben, and Pickapool. So I can't call that one actually. I think I'm gonna have a little side bet on Buster Hawk, just to put a bit of pressure on him.
Buster Hawk and Feathers, I think, might be game. So we're going to follow Feathers on this one. Let's see how he goes. So we are ready when you are.
Okay, yeah, we'll get it started.
Pilots, 10 seconds.
It's been kicked out of the race for some reason.
Oh.
Who's been kicked out? Yeah, someone's been kicked out. Yeah, we'll just abort that.
Race
We'll
aborted.
restart it.
Repeat. Race aborted.
I don't know why she repeats. Race aborted, repeat. Yeah, we'll re-invite the pilots. It'll have been an internet glitch there. Re-invite them. Bring her back in.
Panda Roll 3D. Are you... Whatever, when will that play?
Yeah, Buster Hawk's just got a little problem at the moment with his internet, obviously. It's not dragged him in.
Right, so white is Mr. Ben, FPV.
Oh yeah, he's in. Do it. I'm not seeing white. I'm not seeing... Are you seeing him on your grid?
No, I don't see Mr. Ben.
Yeah, Mr. Ben had problems last time. Give it a second, see if he comes on.
Waiting for Mr. Happy.
Mr. Ben.
With all of these internet-based live gaming things, it has to sync with all the computers involved with the various people. It's the same with any online gaming. These issues happen. It's a matter of just waiting until the link's established.
Okay, so we are now going to just fly with Feathers while we wait, but we might need to report it again and try and bring them in if he's having an issue. So yeah, Panda Roll just said that he liked the sim. The sim is called TinyWhoop Go. You can get it from visiting www.tinywhoop.uk and go to membership. It's free. And yeah, you can come and join the league, Panda, if you are into flying yourself. You see Feathers now nice and tight round that Spaghetti Junction, round the Sea of Tranquility, up to the final S, start finish. Very nice. Buster Hawk is not moving. Stevie Whoop is practicing. Okay, we've also so we've lost a few as well.
No, I've just asked them to. I've just come back. I've just asked them to leave the track so we can reset it because Mr. Ben, we couldn't get him in. If he don't get in this time, then we'll have to race without him, unfortunately.
Okay.
So we've still got two pilots in there waiting for Feathers and Stevie Whoop to leave the track.
Okay, so we're going to go back into the pits. We can have a quick look at where we are at the moment with the event results. So we've got Dan and Geordie up the top. GLX on 21 with Buster Hawk. Feathers also. And if we look now at the league points so far, Dan Carpy is on 10, Geordie FPV is on 9, GLX, Buster Hawk, Feathers, Mr. Ben, Pickapool, Mouse, Beavernator, and Stevie Whoop. So they're all getting points.
Stevie Whoop's in here. Oh yeah, they've all left. No, good. We're good to get this redone. So 1 second. Right, we'll re-invite the pilots and we should be good to go.
Awesome. He is good to go.
There we go.
So let's bring you back. We're going to go back in.
And we're all on. Wonderful. Shall we get this started?
Yep. We're going to follow Feathers and
Pilots,
see if he can chase
10
down Buster
seconds.
Hawk. No pressure, Feathers. And they are off. Buster Hawk just overtaken, going in. Oh, he made a bit of a boo-boo there, going up. Feathers actually does have a chance if Buster Hawk still doesn't have such a good round. See him now, flying around the.
Yeah, I think
spine.
it's quite nerve-wracking when you're in the lead because you're thinking, don't make a mistake, don't you put yourself under pressure. But he's doing all right, Buster Hawk, at the minute.
Yeah, Feathers is close behind, but he's.
What's the split time? 2 seconds.
2 seconds, yeah. Once Feathers gets a little bit warmed up, he'll start going a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
And all it takes is just a little glimpse from Buster Hawk to see him. Especially
there's not
going
enough
round
of a
Spaghetti
lead.
Junction.
Yeah, there's not enough of a lead either for Buster Hawk.
No.
A mistake. Oh, but it was Feathers that made a mistake there and has allowed Buster Hawk to get an even better lead. That's a bit more comfortable for him.
Yeah. Let's go in with Buster Hawk now. He's just going through the in and out. Going around the spine. Nice line round. Up
I think he can taste this win. He can taste it. It's almost there.
Yeah. Down to Gated Junction. Round to the yellow. Round the Sea of Tranquility. Round he goes. Up through the Split S. And could do 128. Buster Hawk.
That's not a bad time either.
There you go, look, Feathers 133. We have Stevie Whoop, who is just on, I think it's his last lap. Just started it, he's just going down. Mr. Ben, in fact, they're quite close, aren't they?
Yeah.
Mr. Ben is trying to chase down.
This is Pickapool coming through now. I think this is Pickapool's last lap. Oh, he missed the gate there to retake it.
He's going through the S. Watch him come to the finish.
Yeah.
Stevie Whoop's going down the Spaghetti Junction. Oh, he just got stuck, and that just might have given Mr. Ben, and it gave Mr. Ben the edge. He's just gone around the Sea of Tranquility. Stevie Whoop's now got to chase Mr. Ben down, try and bumped it again. And Stevie Whoop has finished, but Mr. Ben seems to have not finished. He thinks he's finished.
It's not registered him again. I think he's got too many issues with his internet connection. Unfortunately, it's not registered him. We had trouble getting him into the race in the first place. He dropped out and then he's back in. Unfortunately, there's not a lot we can do about that.
Pilots, race is now over.
Nope.
So unfortunately, he misses points on that one. That won't stop him from being in the other races.
What's the last
one? One race to go, and it's a great one because we've got GLX, we've got Geordie FPV and Dan Carpy in these, along with Bevernator and Beavernator, as you call it, Beavernator, and Mouse, of course. Yes. So I'll invite them in now. But the three top running pilots all in the same race in this one, so this should be good. Not that the others aren't good, they're all good.
Yes. Mouse, you got to beat Beavernator.
Yes.
he's the
Galaxy FPV in red, Beavernator. I'll go with your version. Beavernator, it sounds better. In green. Geordie FPV in the blue. Dan Carpy's in white. And Mouse is in yellow. So Mouse in the yellow, you need to beat the green quad. So look out for that green and make sure you stay in front. I'm ready to get started when you are, Andy.
Yeah, I'm ready. Yep.
I'm ready.
Pilots, 10 seconds.
We are going to stay with Galaxy. Galaxy, nice set off.
Look at them three, all three of them, but it's Dan Carpy just in the lead. Wow.
Yeah, Dan Carpy is going through the Infinity Tunnel towards the Gated Junction, and there is space. Let's find out where GLX is. Going around as well. He's not that far behind. I'm not quite sure where Geordie is.
Yeah, Geordie's just less than half a second behind. He's coming third with 30 seconds. And but Galaxy was on 29.
Yeah.
But they're only 1.5 seconds away from Dan Carpio, he is pulling ahead a little bit, but
yeah.
Geordie not having the best race he's had, but Galaxy's having a great race.
Yeah. GLX is doing pretty well. You see GLX going up the hill. Dan Carpy going through the shoelace, through the Infinity Tunnel, down to Gated Junction. And there you go, GLX now just going down to Gated Junction himself. He is going.
Yeah, and Geordie just behind him as well. I think GLX is going to take second place. He does.
GLX 124, Geordie 127. Okay, let's find out where Beavernator is, and he is on his last lap. And then we have Mouse, who is just also going through the shoelace, through the Infinity Tunnel, going down to Gated Junction. Okay, I'm not going to the blue. Beavernator going through the shoelace, down to Gated Junction, to the green, round through to the blue, round through to the yellow, round the Sea of Tranquility. Mouse comes in.
Well done, Mouse.
Well done, Mouse, on 203. And here comes Beavernator on 211. Good race. Good race.
Pilots.
Yeah, that was a
race
good race.
Is now over.
But Dan Carpy taking another win.
Yeah, but he had a bit of a race for his money this time, which was nice to see. Okay, so we can now have a look. That was the points on that one. So we look for the points for the 4 rounds. There we are. So we've got Dan Carpy on 32, Geordie on 30, Buster Hawk on 29. So these points are just for the events. If we look how it looks for this, for how the points are put out on the lead, Dan Carpy on 10, Geordie FPV on 9, Buster Hawk on 8, GLX on 7, Feathers on 6, Pickapool on 5, Mouse on 4, and Mr. Ben FPV on 3. And it's those top 8.
6. No, it's top 6 in a race of 10. Yeah. And it's created, so it's Geordie FPV, Dan Carpy, Buster Hawk, GLX, Pickapool and Feathers that are in the final race to race it out for those bonus 2 points.
You're so close, Mouse. So close. But no cigar.
But your league points are secure. What program was that from? Was it Don't Worry, Your Money's Secure? Oh, Bully. Yeah. Maybe I'm older than you lot, and I can remember that program. But it can't beat a bit of Bully.
Black and white
so
games.
Pilots are on the grid. Geordie FPV in red, Dan Carpy in green, Buster Hawk in blue, Galaxy or GLX in white, Pickapool in yellow, and Feathers in the turquoise or cyan. So yeah, it's never a foregone conclusion. Yet Dan's been winning all of his races, but Geordie and Galaxy have won races as well. So it's not a foregone conclusion, as we've seen Dan miss out on the bonus points before. So let's see what happens. I'm ready for this final race whenever you are, Andy.
I'm ready to go.
So final race, all for the bonus 2 points. And it's only the winner that gets those 2 points.
Pilots, 10 seconds.
And we are off. And I think Dan Carpy is in the white. Going now through, you see the 3 of them together. Pacing that out through the spine. Up towards the Infinity Tunnel. Down Spaghetti Junction.
It's tight though at the turn. Look at that. Look at. It's Geordie that's chasing him down.
Yeah.
Right behind him, 28 seconds, less than a tenth of a second behind Geordie. He's really going for it. Galaxy not far behind either. He's only a half a second behind.
Yeah. Yeah, Galaxy is in the middle at the moment, I think. Coming down.
Geordie and Galaxy both neck and neck. Oh, Galaxy made a mistake there, but Geordie's still right behind Dan Carpe.
Yeah. They are just going through up the hill, as we can see them going up, round to the in and out.
Oh, that's it.
Coming down.
Geordie made a mistake and Dan's got a big lead now.
Yeah. Coming down. And that's that GLX is now chasing them down. Is that GLX? Dan Carp?
Yeah, I think he's... come on, he's going to get second. Geordie kept it.
That was quick. Buster Hawk comes in at 1:03. And then we've still got Pick a Pool.
Feathers 136. Pick a Pool just coming through now. But wow, that was a brilliant race. Right, all the way through there until... Well, really, until a quarter of the way through the third lap, it was actually in the ladder gate where both Jordan and Galaxy made a mistake and allowed Dan to get ahead. But until then, he was being chased down all the way through. Yeah. One mistake from Dan could have lost them points, but he did it. He kept it together. That's what makes Dan such a good pilot. I don't think he feels the pressure. I think he keeps his cool. Where others may, the pressure of being that close to overtaking or being overtaken can cause them to make those mistakes. But yeah, well done to Dan Carpe.
Another extra 2 points.
So what's that done to the scores, Andy? Where are we up to with
so we need
the league table?
And
pilots, race is now over.
And then what we can do is we can look at the leagues. Oh, there we are. Look, Dan Carpe is now on 84. I haven't got my glasses. Might get it wrong. Okay, so you got Dan Carpe on 84, Geordie on 66, Buster Hawk on 54, GLX on 52, Jaggers on 38. He wasn't playing. Gizmo wasn't playing either. He's on 32. Feathers 31, Bulch 27. Rage FPV 26. Who's the movers then? Mouse is a mover. She's moved up to 12. Pickaple's moved up. He's up to 15th. So he's 11th in the league now. So yeah, it's Georational also missed out, I believe. So he didn't go up. So Feathers is also he went up as well. Feathers is now 7th in the league. So yeah, I mean if you don't show up, then you're gonna watch your points disappear.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've still got 2.5 months of this league to go. It's until the end of September. There's lots that can happen. Dan Carpe might get kidnapped and tied up in a room for a month. Anything can happen. But yeah, great racing again from Dan Carpe. Well done, Dan.
Thank you.
And Geordie, you did so well in that one, and you was right behind him all the way through.
I tried.
You did. You tried very hard. But I thought the best race was between you and Galaxy. Actually,
really sorry, Reynolds. I didn't realise that you were not watching the final race because we were looking at the scoreboard. But hopefully the commentary was exciting enough. But it was a good race.
The joys of the live internet.
What you'll be able to do is you'll be able to see this on YouTube in about 10-15 minutes time. So if you look Mr. Lazy Legs on the YouTube channel, you will see it, and then you'll also see the final. Well, actually no, you won't.
Yeah. Who's hosting next week? I think it's
Jaggers.
Paul Jaggers, indoor drone racing. So we're not sure whether he's doing a new track or whether it'll be one of the existing tracks, but we'll let you know this weekend. Yeah. but some more exciting racing. And I should imagine Jaggers will be definitely flying in that one next week.
Hopefully so.
Hopefully so.
Okay, so we hope you enjoyed it. Again, you can look at it all back on our YouTube channel for Mr. Lazylegs, and also on the Facebook page for the South Gloss Drone Club, and also on the page we'll try and link it onto the TinyWhoop as well, so you can actually see the league race once it's on YouTube. So for us, it is thank you for watching. We will be back again, so keep an eye out on the Facebook, and also if you got the sim, keep an eye out on the events on the sim, because you can register if they are open and available to you. Just click on the register and be in the pits when it says. So that's it from me.
Yeah,
Is it
wonderful.
Wonderful, brilliant. Take it easy, folks. Okay.